This is Chris Kelly, and allow me to welcome you to our Lower Abs Revealed Alignment Challenge. All right, and this is an abs challenge that you've probably never done or even thought of before. But truthfully, if you listen to this presentation, this is going to be one of the major reasons why you might not be where you want to be right now, or you might have things that are limiting your potential. So I'm about to reveal to you the secret to getting lower abs, in addition to diet and exercise, that most people have been missing in the focus of this challenge. So first and foremost, here are two pictures of two females that are very, very ripped. Okay, we see that they have excellent definition. Obviously, their body fat is very low, but if you look at the bottom, my question is, where are the lower abs? Okay, there's definition. They certainly are, very defined as at the very top, but as they go down, we start to see less definition until really it's just kind of flat. All right, and I'm all about flat and all of that stuff, but the bottom line is they kind of lose it as they go down. So the question is, why? And when we look at two pictures of two of my favorite celebrities here, we have Jessica Alba and Megan Fox, all right? And they are both beautiful women, certainly very thin and, physically in shape and all of those things. But if we look at both Megan and Jessica, we see something very common. Okay, we see, if we look at them from the side position here, all right, looking at Jessica, we see this large arch from her middle back down to her hips, and it looks as if her pelvis is physically tilted back, all right, and partially, that's the position that she's in. But if we also look at Megan over here, you can see that she's posing for the camera by doing an extreme arch in her back and pushing her butt back, and I think that might be, what is considered to be a sexy pose. But by the same token, we see this posture in the majority of females that we train. Okay, this is something that is common, and when you really think about it, when you're in this position doing core exercises, the pelvis is really never in a position to fully utilize the exercise or to to really tone like it could, because it's always tilted back, whereas the rib cage is tilted forward. And when we're talking about urinary incontinence, issues with the pelvic floor, being in this position all the time due to things like wearing heels and sitting causes the pelvic floor to be physically cut off from the rest of the body. So these muscles get weak, they get tight, all of these things happen because we're in these extreme postures all the time. And when we look at why this happens, for many females, it's a variety of different things, all right? Wearing heels is one of the big culprits, because what happens is it shifts our body weight forward, all right? It's going to tilt your pelvis backwards, and it really kind of just reduces it forces you onto your toes, and it kind of keeps you in this position all the time. And it's the same idea with sitting. Okay, we sit forward, our back arches all the time, and therefore we get tightness in the front of our hips, and it just reinforces this posture. And so when we're really looking at kind of the all of this in a nutshell, we see sort of good posture in the middle here, okay, where everything is lined up atop one another. Okay, this guy's shoulders are right in line with his back, to his hips, to his feet. Okay, so when he's doing exercises, when he's and it immediately gives him the appearance of a flat stomach. Okay, so even though he might have issues with body fat or whatever, when he's wearing clothes, he looks much better. Okay, and the other part of it is that when he's doing exercises, everything is physically lined up to work in the proper position. But now we get into this middle position here, this anterior pelvic tilt, where you can see that he's got this huge arch in his back, his butt is stuck out like he's doing a bad dance move, and he's got this appearance of a gut, even though, it's not necessarily, he might be at a very low body fat. If you're in this position all the time because of posture and just the way you hold your body, then that's going to be a major problem. You're not going to be able to tone your abs because you're not going to be able to get into the positions to do so, and that's going to give you the appearance of a gut regardless of anything else. So this is really the first thing that we want to address in order to kind of get everything else. My promise to you is that if you focus on this for the next month and really work on this piece of the equation along with our exercises, then regardless of what your frontal selfie looks like, your stomach's going to be much flatter, and you're going to be in a much better position for long-term results. So when we look at the muscles, what we call our inner core, all right, we have our diaphragm, our transverse abdominis, and our pelvic floor. All right, and the reason that I show this slide is that these things are intricately connected. So if you have breathing problems, you carry a lot of tension in your neck, you have issues with urinary incontinence, or you're just not getting the stomach that you want, there are probably issues here. Okay, and these things are related to one another. Okay, so these are definitely elements that we're going to address this month, and things that are going to get you quick bang for your buck in terms of getting muscular definition. So this brings us on the lowdown of what to do to achieve success in our contest. Number one, we want abs selfies as listed at the beginning and the end of each challenge. So we want, or of the challenge. So we want one from the front, and then one from the side with your arms down, one from the side from your arms up. I also want you to post a short update 3 days a week on our forum. Okay, and that consists of, have you been doing your stuff? Have you been doing your workouts? How is the mobility routines going? You know, and how is the challenge progressing? In terms of training guidelines, the big addition this month is a focus more on alignment and mobility. So I want you performing our special workout, or our special warm-up before each circuit. Okay, that is extremely important. That's going to be 5 minutes in total, so that's going to bring our workout to 15 minutes. And then I want you to devote 10 minutes to either our foam rolling or mobility routine at the end of the day, if possible. All right, this again is an extremely important thing. I'm including an alignment routine document with this month's circuit. And this is just the mobility routine, which is the warm-up, and a simple foam rolling routine that you can do to help to release your body, to release tension, and to get your body into the right position to be successful. All right, and definitely bonus points for that, but that is the gold standard. If you're looking for success with this challenge, you're going to do that every day. All right. From number 3, and the other part of it would be, if you do have extra time, 5 to 10 minutes of deep breathing before you go to bed after you do your stuff is fantastic. And again, it's only going to assist in this process. Number 3, tighten your butt, your abs, and Kegel while you're moving slowly through each exercise. The absolute key to getting the most out of core exercises is not how quickly you move or how much you do it. It's actually how slowly you move and how much you can keep your abs under tension. Okay, so that's the main thing. I want you to keep them tense the entire time, and that means tightening the right muscles and moving slowly, because in the beginning, these muscles are not going to want to fire like we want them to, especially when your body is out of alignment. So think about keeping these muscles on. Number 4, practicing deep breathing throughout the day. Okay, and that's simply putting your hands on your stomach, taking deep breaths in, trying to fill your belly with air versus breathing through your neck and your shoulders, which often happens when you get stressed. So this is kind of what I'm looking for this month. All right, these are the pictures that I'm looking for you to take. All right, rather than just doing a full frontal selfie, I'm looking for, and you can block your face out, whatever, but I'm looking for a view from your side, from each side here, both with the arms up and down, because for us, if we can help to flatten your back out some, like this guy on the picture, then we're going to be in a much better position to flatten your stomach, to get you in a much better shape, and you're going to be in a much better position. I do want the frontal picture as well, but the side pictures are really what we're looking for and what we're going to judge from this month. I'm looking for the biggest improvement in terms of this big back arch that we often see, and that's going to be a major part of the criteria for this contest. And with that, allow me to welcome you to our contest. I hope you have great success this month. And if you're anything like this guy, regardless of whether or not you're successful, you're gonna have a sweet chain and a great speedo. So I'm looking forward to success. Feel free to post any questions for me.